How can one use one's knowledge of law to be a business advisor? I want to point out to a problem here. There are a lot of early stage companies. They could be built from the ground up, or they could be subsidiaries of foreign companies and which are started freshly in India. Now what happens to them is that an entrepreneur thinks that I should have a local lawyer who can take charge of everything, and I can offer him some equity, or I could hire a general counsel to do the entire piece of legal work, including managing company secretaries or handling any secretarial compliance and handling the accountant. Now they think that this would be a sustainable solution. A lot of times what happens is that it looks like the ideal solution for the entrepreneur, but it is not ideal because lawyers don't think of it like that. A company secretary or a chartered accountant may also not think of attaching himself or herself permanently to a specific business. How they think of them, these are professionals, and they see professional growth in the form of building their own law firm. If they move in-house, they want to move in-house into a big corporate group where there is a team. So they want to move in with a team of 2 or 3 people. It is very hard to move in as the sole person in a young company and establish everything. The mindset to an entrepreneur, it looks like very much possible because that's how an entrepreneur's mindset is. But a lawyer, CA or a CS has an entrepreneurial mindset, but it's with respect to building their own firm or, going into a well-established big company. They may not have the mindset of setting up legal operations for your company in exchange for equity. These arrangements I have seen often don't work, or there is a big slowdown because the lawyer is not incentivized enough to do this kind of work. So how can you, now here I see that there is a big opportunity for business advisors, people who are actually have an understanding of commerce and business, and they want to move in-house into the company as a core business person. So you might not have had the founder's vision to start off with, but you are going to be a key person in the growth of the company. You are going to be the person from who is executing the entire strategic vision, dealing with lawyers, accountants, company secretaries. By the way, it is a big challenge for any entrepreneur to keep the accounts, secretarial compliance and law integrated, aligned together. What you will see in a lot of companies is disparities and discrepancies. Something is written in one way in legal paperwork, or paperwork is missing. Another way in accounts, and secretarial compliance is done in a different way. Now the only way to solve this is have an entrepreneur personally investing time into doing this. And an entrepreneur doesn't want to do this. Not that he's incapable of it, but he wants to spend time actually growing the business, which is where the need of a commercial advisor comes up. As a commercial advisor, you will be advising the entrepreneur on lots of things. Let me give you some examples. India entry strategy. You're a subsidiary of a foreign company. Then India entry strategy, how to transfer funds into India, FTI, bank accounts to be opened in India, repatriation related terms, the business structure to be selected for India, how the director is to be appointed, the taxation of the company in India, the taxation of the director personally. Then there are lots of local licenses and registrations. If there's an office, then there's a Shops and Establishments Act. There are GST, income tax, PAN, TAN registrations, working with employees, employment agreements. The most important thing is the key employee employment agreements. These are very different. ESOP plans. This is a lot of work, and people want to hire good initial employees, which is why ESOP plans are very well structured in these companies. Okay. Then there will be a whole lot of other stuff like intellectual property strategy. You will have to figure out any internet related aspects, if there are terms of service, privacy policy for the website, if this kind of a business model is being used. Most businesses have a small online component at least, if not a very big one. So this is the minimum that you will have. You will have a terms of service, you will have a privacy policy, and if you have extensive online operations, for example, if you have an e-commerce site Okay, even if it's in a particular niche, you will still need a lot of other agreements like logistics agreements and other customer policies, a lot of things. If you look at eBay's website, you will be surprised at the unique policies that exist for their different sellers and buyers, and they have some unique e-commerce related malpractices on the websites, in the website policy. So those are a different set. Then if you think of working with the government, and how to handle government tenders related work, how to manage risk. So lawyers don't think of managing risk as a service. So we've tried some experiments with this back in 2010 and 2011, and we saw that lawyers are more interested in providing a legal service, and an overall risk management related approach to law is not there. Risk management as a field has been there in other areas, let's say like insurance, but not in terms of legal tools. Now a business person, as a business advisor, you can have this risk management related approach towards things. What is this approach like? You can identify loopholes in contracts, you can de-risk them commercially, okay, and you can create standardized processes so that things like renewals, disputes, all of that is very well organized, documented. You can put in a compliance management framework, you can put in a contract management framework, you can do a lot of stuff like this, which actually really simplifies and automates a business. And guess what? That actually justifies the equity you're getting. And if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, you will want to scale this business up over time, and you'll be surprised at how much more responsibility you take away from the entrepreneur who is deciding to engage you. And it's far more than what a CA, CS or a lawyer can do. And for this reason, I think that for business advisors, something like a diploma in entrepreneurship, administration and business laws is really an amazing tool to simplify business processes. You will learn, in addition to all the compliance, contracts, foreign exchange, all of that, you will also learn about basics about contract drafting and dispute resolutions, how to manage disputes with different kinds of parties to the contract. You will find this useful, and if you have any questions about how this works, why it can help you, please feel free to contact us. A lot of times people ask us, that what kind of business consultancy work they can do in connection with legal requirements. And remember that this is not a substitute for an LLB degree. You're not giving legal advice. You will be coordinating with professionals, but the professional advice will be signed and will be coming from them. You might ask them more sophisticated questions, edit their work, and then get their go ahead. But you are underestimating the value if you think that that the professionals are themselves sufficient. No. As a business advisor, your need as a business advisor is going to be felt. And entrepreneurs who want to build these big businesses, I am telling you directly that finding a CA, CS and a lawyer to, you want that one size fits all guy who will be a complete facilitator, right hand for your business. That is very, very rare and difficult in today's world. Instead, having somebody like this kind of a business advisor serves a bigger, larger purpose, because they will be interested in staying as a part of your company and doing this. And for those of you who are becoming advisors, remember this, that if one entrepreneurial venture fails and you've acquired all these skills, then the benefit of this is that you can try it with other entrepreneurs. You can try it with others entering India. You can try it with other people in India who want to start off a new business, and you will gain independent value as a business consultant on these matters. There aren't enough out there. Thank you.